You're on.
So Rashi tells us that when Yaakov Avinu wants to relax, take it easy, after all the troubles he went through with Lavan, changing his wages so many times, changing his wives, Dina being abducted, all these problems that Yaakov Avinu had, he finally wanted to just relax, move to Florida, and enjoy the golden years. But that's not what happened. Baruch says, God says, it's not enough for the tzaddikim that they have what's destined for them in the world to come. They also have to have this world. So therefore, Baruch Hu gave him the troubles of Yosef. Yosef being hated by his brothers, they were jealous, they sold him, they were going to kill him, all these problems. So what do you mean? There's a Mishnah, and we say this every morning in the davening, that there are certain things, Talmud Torah, studying Torah, honoring, respecting your parents, doing chesed, you have a reward. The main reward is in the next world, but your ochel parseim, you eat the fruits, you have like the smaller reward in this world. So Max, isn't that a stira? Isn't that a contradiction? On the one hand, we say that tzaddikim, they do have both worlds. They have the main reward in the next world, but they have, even in this world, they don't just have nothing, they do have something. It's the peiros, it's the fruit. It's not the main principle, but it is something. So, we have a stira. Seemingly there's a contradiction. We have the Rashi over here, we have the Mishnah. Rashi's not going to argue on the Mishnah. The Mishnah tells us, not like what he said, that you do have both worlds. You have the best of both worlds. You have the main reward in the world to come, but you also have like a small reward, the peiros in this world. So I'm going to answer this question as follows. So very nice about Torah, and that's as follows. When we say that there's two dinim, okay, there's two aspects. There's the keren, the principle, and then there's the peiros. What does that mean? Okay, the keren means the reward for doing the mitzvah. Very simple. Pshuto kemashma. You're commanded to do a mitzvah, you do a mitzvah, you get rewarded for doing the mitzvah. Now, how about the troubles and the hardship and the tribulations that you go through to do the mitzvah? Naturally, when you're told to do a mitzvah, you don't want to do it. The Yetzer Hara says, I won't do it, I'll do it later. Do I really have to do it? I don't feel like it, I'm tired, it's hard, it costs money, my foot hurts me, all these excuses that you have why you don't want to do a mitzvah. If you have all those excuses and you still do the mitzvah, that's what the reward is for. So the keren is for the actual doing of the mitzvah. The peiros, when you eat the fruits, that's going on the trials and tribulations, if that's the right word here, or the hardship that you go through to do the mitzvah. That's what the Talmud tells us. Greater is the one that's commanded and does the mitzvah than the one that's not commanded and does the mitzvah. You would think that it should be the opposite. If I'm not commanded and I still did it, I did more. If you commanded and you did it, as it's in Yeshiva Shkoyach, that's what you have to do. But I did what I don't even have to do. I should be greater than the one that did what he has to do. But the rabbis tell us no, not the case. When you have to do it, you automatically have a Yetzer Hara, you have an evil inclination that tells you not to do it. When you don't have to do it, all of a sudden a person, they want to do it. It's the obligation that automatically creates the evil inclination tries to get you not to do the mitzvah. So when you overcome that and you do the mitzvah, even though you have the Yetzer Hara telling you not to do it, that's what you get the extra reward for. Okay, so the keren, when we say that you eat the fruits in this world, that's going on the hardships and the fact that you did the mitzvah even though you really didn't want to, and it was hard for you to do it. You did it anyhow. That's when you get the reward for that. But the actual mitzvah itself, that's the keren for actually performing the mitzvah. Now, this concept only applies to somebody who is obligated to do the mitzvah. We know that even though the Abba was kept the Torah before it was given, it was under the constitution, the essence of Eino Mitzvah V'Oser. They were not commanded. They did it anyhow because of love of Hashem and love of the Torah, love of the mitzvahs. So they did it anyhow. So now we have an answer to the kasha. The kasha was, doesn't the Mishnah say that you have the main reward in this world and you have the fruits in the next? The main reward you have in the next world and the fruits you have in this world. So why is God taking that away from Yaakov Avinu? We have an answer to that. That only applies to somebody who's obligated in the mitzvah. Since when Yaakov did the mitzvahs, he did it on the category of an Eino Mitzvah Vayeishev, somebody who's not obligated to do the mitzvah, and he did it anyhow. So this extra reward, what we call the Parshas, that doesn't apply to him. It only applies to somebody who's commanded. And even though because he's commanded, the Yetzer Hara automatically tries to get him not to do it. That only applies to somebody who's commanded. Yaakov Avinu, since he wasn't commanded, and he did it only out to the essence of Ein Mitzvah Vayeishev, so he didn't have to break the Yetzer Hara that tells him not to do it. So if you didn't have that Yetzer Hara telling him not to do it, because he was Ein Mitzvah Vayeishev, therefore he doesn't get the Parshas because it's not coming to him. The Parshas, this reward that you get for the fact that you overcome the Yetzer Hara, you overcome the evil inclination that tells you not to do it, that doesn't apply to him because since he wasn't commanded in the first place, so he didn't have the Yetzer Hara telling him not to do it. Therefore, he doesn't deserve the Parshas. So that's the answer to the question. Rashi's right. Rashi's not a steer to the Mishnah. The Mishnah doesn't apply to Yaakov Avinu because he was Ein Mitzvah Vayeishev because he wasn't commanded. I listened to the rule this time. I didn't touch it even though the screen went off.